Dane County set to move into phase 2 of its reopening plan starting Monday at 8 a.m. This allows for restaurants, gyms, and retailers to open to 50% capacity. It also offers larger crowd sizes for gatherings, capping at 100 for outdoor, 50 for indoor. Healthcare experts say it is a good sign, but they are stressing the importance of continuing to practice safety precautions. And we thank you for joining us. Businesses across Dane County say they're excited for the opportunity to welcome more people inside.
Adam Dexter spoke to a business expert as well as a small business owner about what phase 2 means for them.
Yeah, well, Eric and Charlotte, well, it's not perfect, and COVID-19 continues to impact those in southern Wisconsin. Those I spoke with today say they're committed to the reopening the right way.
Just having the distance, obviously, as you can see from one square to the next there.
When Sharday Mara isn't working her job as a registered nurse, she's here at CrossFit Connex, the gym she's owned since April of 2019. But the healthcare professional knew from the start coronavirus would be different.
At the beginning, I kind of guessed June 1st as an open date. I just kind of estimated based on watching the peaks and things like that.
And it was June 1st that she got the chance to open back up for the first time in months. But now
they have their own hand sanitizer and their spray bottle.
Things look a little different.
Really what's changed for us is just a little bit more structure. We're really used to being kind of like laid back. We keep the members on track with what the plan is for the day, but where they stood in the gym wasn't like super specific or anything like that. So we definitely gave them exact spots. We marked them out at more than 6 feet apart.
Zach Brannon of the Greater Madison Chamber of Commerce says phase 2 is big for small business owners in particular.
It's obviously great news for businesses, particularly the businesses where 25% didn't make sense. You know, it wasn't enough capacity to be able to pay the bills.
Brandon says from State Street to small business, the level of detail owners are putting into keeping people safe is impressive. Mara says she's happy to be back.
So we have this nice, beautiful tape line to remind them that they're 6 feet apart.
Even if it looks different from before.
Mara says they encourage those who have been coming to the gym to wear masks, as all the instructors do. She credits her job as a registered nurse for preparing her to keep her clients safe.
Health officials are reporting about 300 new Wisconsin cases today for a total of more than 22,000. About 70% of all positive cases have now recovered. 8 more people have died from complications. Bishop Donald Hying says all Catholic schools in the Madison Diocese are planning to reopen this fall. According to a letter sent today by the bishop and superintendent of Catholic schools, 44 schools in 10 different counties are planning to hold in-person instruction 5 days a week. The letter says principals have been consulting local health officials to develop plans to reopen and operate each school safely following CDC guidance.
As restrictions and lockdowns continue to be eased, coronavirus cases are rising in nearly half of all U.S. states. That's according to an Associated Press analysis. CBS News correspondent Danya Backus has more from Los Angeles.
This is essentially a statewide yellow light.
Oregon is putting a 7-day pause on plans to further lift coronavirus restrictions.
The noticeable increase in COVID-19 infections in Oregon over the past week is certainly cause for concern.
Oregon and other states, including Texas, Florida, and the Carolinas, are reporting spikes in new cases.
I think as a state, we have taken important steps to slow the virus. But those numbers and trends are sobering.
14 states have seen a rise in hospitalization since Memorial Day, and the U.S. death toll is now expected to reach almost 170,000 by October. That's more than 50,000 additional deaths over the next few months.
We've already uncorked the genie. We got our wish, which was to end the home quarantine orders, and now we're seeing people treat that as if COVID-19 is no longer an issue, and that's far from the fact.
The CDC issued new guidelines, including bringing your own food and drinks to a cookout, waving instead of hugging people, sanitizing hands after using an ATM, and for travelers, taking the stairs instead of a hotel elevator. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says his state now has the lowest infection rate after being the epicenter earlier in the pandemic.
New Yorkers stepped up. They were smart. They were disciplined. They did what they had to do. And we have to stay there.
As part of that effort, New York's transit system is expanding a program using ultraviolet light to disinfect subway cars between service runs. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The coronavirus has infected more than 2 million people in the U.S. and has killed at least 114,000.
Coach USA will start up service again between Janesville and O'Hare Airport on Monday. That service has been suspended since April 6th due to the pandemic. A news release says the bus service has implemented cleaning and disinfecting procedures. SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital in Madison donated more than 400 cloth masks made by hospital volunteers to donate to 10 black barbershops. Aaron Perry, founder of the Rebalanced Life Wellness Association, will deliver those masks. The goal is to keep clients and barbers safe. Through a grant from SSM Health, Perry was able to open a men's health education center inside JP Hair Design.
Sunshine, but not too hot this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with your first warn forecast. Gary.
I'll go a step further. I'll say it'd be kind of cool this weekend with high temperatures only in the upper 60s tomorrow and lower 70s for Sunday, but we'll warm up after that. Time lapse from the WIC Skycam shows bright sunshine for much of the day, and then a few showers started to pop up about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. One of those, you can see, for a couple of minutes, gave us a rainbow here on the west side of town before the skies cleared out. A few more clouds came in towards sunset, but as you can see on high-resolution Doppler radar, no rain showing up, so it looks like we're pretty much dry from here on out. High temperatures today made it in the lower 80s in Madison, mid-80s in Janesville before a strong cold front moved in from the northeast, bringing in lake-cooled air into much of south-central Wisconsin. Now temperatures are in the middle 50s for the most part, but out to the west, the cool air still hasn't hit there, so temperatures still close to 70 near the Mississippi River. Dew-point temperatures are also dropping. That means the air is drying out, and that will lead to cooler nighttime low temperatures. In fact, by tomorrow morning, we'll be in the middle 40s. Highs tomorrow only in the upper 60s with plenty of sunshine. Sunday we'll be back in the lower 70s, but a big warm-up still on the way for next week. More details and weather in a few minutes.
New at 10, the state Democratic Party held its convention online tonight. The convention started by discussing current protests against racism and racial inequality, Wisconsin's history fighting for civil rights, and the role that the state Democratic Party played in those efforts. Among the speakers tonight were Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden, who spoke about the killing of George Floyd, calling it outrageous and enraging.
And none of us can turn away. None of us can be silent. We're dealing with multiple national crises, and we need real leadership right now. Leadership that will bring everyone to the table so we can take the measures to root out systemic racism.
Tonight, delegates elected 4 DNC members who will serve a 4-year term. The Republican Party, meanwhile, is still planning its convention for next month. The party chair says that is still going to be a 2-day in-person event. The Board of Health for Madison and Dane County is reaffirming its commitment to being anti-racist and listing ways it will confront racism. Among a list of objectives, the board says they will work to create an equity and justice-oriented organization, incorporate educational efforts to address and dismantle racism, and provide tools to engage actively with communities of color. In December of 2018, the board says it passed a resolution that declares racism a public health crisis, but acknowledges there is still work to be done.
An attorney who spat on a high school student marching during an anti-racism rally in a Milwaukee suburb has been charged with a hate crime. Lawyer Stephanie Rapkin showed up at the Shorewood protest last Saturday, parked her car in the street, blocking the march when protesters urged her to move that vehicle. Video revealed Rapkin spitting on a black teen, along with the disorderly conduct as a hate crime charge. She's also facing a charge for battery to an officer. Police say they went to Rapkin's home to follow up after the altercation, and she resisted arrest and kneed one officer in the groin. New at 10, a federal judge has ordered Seattle police to temporarily stop using tear gas, pepper spray, and flashbang devices to break up largely peaceful protests. The judge sided with the Black Lives Matter group that sued the Seattle Police Department this week to halt the violent tactics. This week, demonstrators have turned part of Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood into a protest center with speakers, drum circles, and Black Lives Matter painted on a street near a police station.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a sweeping package of police accountability measures into law today. One of those is allowing the release of officers' long-withheld disciplinary records. Some of the measures had been proposed in past years and failed to win approval, but lawmakers moved with new urgency in the wake of massive nationwide demonstrations. At the signing ceremony, Cuomo was joined by the mothers of Sean Bell and Eric Garner, who were killed by police officers.
I want to thank Governor Cuomo for what he has done, not only for me and Ms. Carr, but for all the mothers and the allies who represent us doing the work that needs to be done. We wrote a vision, we had the voice, and the victory is won.
The laws also ban police chokeholds, make it easier for people to sue people who call police on others without good reason, and set up a special prosecutor's office to investigate the deaths of people during and following encounters with police.
The statues of Confederate leaders and Christopher Columbus are under fire nationwide. The placement of the Christopher Columbus statue in Columbus is coming into question as well. High schooler Abby Adams started a petition to remove the statue from Highway 16 just outside the city. Says she doesn't want to erase history, but would rather see the statue with some more context, like at a historical society or museum. Adams is planning to take that petition to the city council.
What are our future options for it? What can we do to show the actual history of Christopher Columbus instead of honoring him with a statue out here? And even if nothing happens, I'm hopefully going to be sparking a conversation within our community about what do we value? What should we be talking about when it comes to racial justice?
Now, the founder of the Christopher Columbus Museum in Columbus and the man who had the statue built says it honors the city, but is receptive to seeing it moved.
Coming up next at 10, the Better Business Bureau has a warning about scammers posing as COVID-19 contact tracers. We'll share the warning signs to look for when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Why bother mastering something? Why hand-tune an audio system? Why include the most advanced active safety system in its class, Standard? Because when you want to create an entirely new feeling, the difference between excellence and mastery is all the difference in the world. The Lexus ES, a product of Mastery.
Lease the 2020 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
At Pick and Save, we always do our very best to make sure we've got you covered. Restocking our shelves with help from one of the country's biggest supply chains. And we'll continue to bring our A game to get you what you need when you need it most. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Steinhoffels has over $3 million of overstock, clearance, and one-of-a-kinds at rock-bottom prices. Get amazing closeouts before they're gone, like these dining chairs, $89 each. This accent chair, $99. Nightstands, $199. Sofas starting at $299. Queen bed marked down to $329. Power recline sofa, $599. All of these great deals, plus an extra 10% off all clearance. Plus, save up to 85% on name brand clearance mattresses. Shop now through Sunday at Steinhoffels.
Savor the simple of Kemp's Simply Crafted Ice Cream. No artificial flavors, just loads of goodness. Kemp's, good comes around. Now in sandwiches and new flavors.
Good morning, class. Today's lesson is about shop and welcome. Do you know what day is coming up?
608 Day. You just go to MadisonMagazine.com, click on 608 Day to find great deals from businesses we love in the 608. You know, like the area code.
Very good, Emmy. When does this take place?
The week of June 8th, 608. Madison Magazine makes it easy to shop local.
She's my star student.
Local artists are putting their finishing touches on murals this weekend, which now span all 6 blocks of State Street. Saturday morning, we're talking to one artist who hopes her piece inspires real change and a positive change in your weekend forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Madison residents are celebrating Pride and Black Lives downtown today.
As a Puerto Rican, I stand with America. My father fought for Vietnam. My grandfather fought against the Nazis. So I'm here as a proud member of my Velen tradition to stand up for people's rights. It's important that we speak for our communities representatively, and also to show the other side of hate what love really represents.
Pride for Black Lives, hosted by Freedom Inc. at the Capitol today, celebrates LGBTQ Black leaders in our community. Speakers addressed police brutality and asked attendees not only to protest, but to sign petitions and show up to hearings and community meetings to make change. Attendees also held a moment of silence for queer people who have been murdered and beaten.
Area libraries and bookstores are seeing more people looking for books about racism. Mystery to Me bookstore on Monroe Street says readers are requesting more books by Black authors about the Black Lives Matter movement and justice reform. They are also receiving requests for children's books that feature Black casts, Black authors, and race conversations.
Google is making changes to its advertising policies to prevent unlawful discrimination around housing, employment, and credit. The company will prohibit ads for those three categories from being targeted based on users' gender, age, parental status, marital status, or zip code. Google will also provide housing advertisers with additional information about fair housing to help ensure they are acting in ways that support access to housing opportunities. Google's changes come more than a year after Facebook was charged with violating the Fair Housing Act.
Better Business Bureau warning people about scammers who are taking advantage of the coronavirus pandemic. Scammers posing as contact tracers. The BBB says contact tracers will never reach out to you via text, email, or Facebook Messenger, or via robocall.
That's alarming when we receive that. So consumers have gone ahead, clicked on that link, and what you don't realize is that that link may contain malware that can download spyware or ransomware to your computer. And once the scammer has access to that, they have access to anything they need on your personal computers.
A real contact tracer will identify themselves as being from the Department of Health or another official team. They'll call you on the phone, ask you to confirm your identity, but they will not ask about any financial information or ask for any government ID numbers. Finally, a real contact tracer will never reveal the identity of the person who tested positive.
We'd like to remind everyone News 3 Now is celebrating graduating high school seniors. Our special programming, Class of 2020 Born to Make History, continues tomorrow. We are airing commencement ceremonies for Madison's public high schools. You can watch the Capitol High Malcolm Shabazz ceremony at 6:30 tomorrow, and Madison Memorial at 7 and Madison West at 8 p.m. That is airing right here on News 3 Now and streaming live on channel3000.com. CBS News is also sending best wishes to the class of 2020. Here's CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Michelle Miller.
I'm Michelle Miller. Congratulations, class of 2020. Best of luck to you on the road ahead. Wherever your talents may take you, even though this may not be how you wanted to end your school year, take a moment to remember all the good things and the fun times you shared with family and friends. We know big things are in your future, so congratulations from everyone here at CBS This Morning, Saturday.
From the James B. Conant High School Class of 79, Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, your first warn forecast, Gary.
Well, with that introduction, I think I should just stop right there. It's gone down.
You made history too, Gary.
No, congratulations to all those who have graduated. It's been a tough year, I know, but you can at least enjoy the weather this weekend. It'll be a little cool. We've got our Madison Lakes update, as usual, on Friday night at 10 o'clock. As far as lake conditions, all the major beaches are open with one exception. On Lake Monona, Esther Beach is closed because of high E. coli counts there. But the lake water temperature is measured on the buoy at the central part of Lake Mendota is now 70 degrees. The water clarity shows that it's clearer at least 13 feet down. So that's pretty good news there. So if you're out and about tomorrow on the lakes, high temperature, a little chilly, 68 degrees, but the sun, as long as you're in the sun, it'll feel warmer. Winds pretty gentle out of the east-northeast at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a couple degrees warmer, high of 73 with mostly sunny skies and an east to southeasterly breeze at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures over the last 12 hours have been very interesting. Here across the Madison area and areas to the west, temperatures warmed up very nicely from 10 a.m. where they started out in the 70s to the lower 80s. Notice Janesville getting up into the mid 80s. But notice how the northeasterly winds collided with the west and northwesterly winds right about through Jefferson and Walworth counties around 2 o'clock. As that lake breeze kicked in, watch how the temperatures dropped off. Janesville went from 86 degrees at 5 o'clock to 64 at 5:30. That is a pretty dramatic temperature drop, and you see the cooler air has been spreading inland. Still, the far western parts of our viewing area in the mid to upper 60s, close to 70 at Prairie du Chien. Madison, though, at 56 degrees. Temperatures already in the upper 40s, closer to Lake Michigan. We'll be in the mid 40s for overnight low temperatures. The showers that developed in the Madison area dropped southward. Very spotty precipitation. This is where measurable precipitation was probably seen. You can see a lot of open areas where that didn't happen. North of Madison, almost no rain came down. Looks like a couple of sprinkles just kind of falling apart right now. So I think just about all of the showers are just about going to be over with over the next hour or two. Otherwise, 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a cool day tomorrow with high temperatures in the upper 60s, be in the lower 70s for Sunday, but no rain is expected all the way through Wednesday of next week, and temperatures will be back to the middle 80s by Tuesday, upper 80s, close to 90 degrees on Wednesday, with the next chance of a thunderstorm about Thursday. High temperatures stayed in the 60s over northeastern Wisconsin, made it to the mid 80s over southwestern Wisconsin, close to 90 over western portions of Iowa. But right now, the upper level winds have shifted to the northwest. That's allowing slightly cooler air to move in for the weekend, but the jet stream is already pushing northward over the western part of the country. That's a sign things will warm up pretty quickly. The stationary front and cold front, pretty much the dividing line between the cooler air to the northeast, where temperatures are in the 50s, to temperatures that are still close to 70 or above as you head south and west of Wisconsin. And dew point temperatures also drop off quite a bit. The air very dry there. That will allow temperatures to fall off pretty quickly at night. So for tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies, more clouds south and west of Madison, more sunshine north and east of Madison. High temperature at 68, and then 73 on Sunday with sunny skies. Temperatures start warming up next week, mid 80s by Tuesday, near 90 on Wednesday. Maybe a thunderstorm chance with a little more humidity Thursday as a weak cold front comes through. We dry out a little bit after that, and then see another chance for a shower or thunderstorm toward the end of next weekend with high temperatures still in the lower 80s. By that time, the average high temperature should be around 80.
But a little cool on the weekend ahead, but we're going to see some sunshine, so that should make things comfortable.
It'll make it a pretty nice weekend.
Gary, thank you very much. The UW volleyball player commemorating victims of racial injustice through art, while the Badger freshman used part of State Street as her canvas. Zach Hanley, Melrose Mindoro class of 06. He's in Next with Sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 84 months on a 2019 built Ford Tough F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Fleet Farm has what dads want for Father's Day, whether he's chilling by the fire or heating up the grill. Fleet Farm has great deals for Dad. Get a $10 Fleet Farm gift card when you spend $50 or more on Yeti drinkware. And select Under Armour apparel for the family, 25% off our low fleet price. Plus, Fleet Farm gift cards make the perfect gift for Father's Day. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Quick memo to all the other colleges I applied to.
I heard you when you said you were going to change me.
Transform me.
I heard you when you said you'd make me a better person.
And I said no to that. I came here to make change.
I'm proud of me.
I like me.
The current me.
And so does Edgewood College. Sure, I'll learn and I'll grow.
But mostly, what you see is what you get.
Edgewood.
Edgewood College.
Bring it.
Every day, our doctors and nurses, our cooks, housekeepers, therapists, and every member of your healthcare team give the most of themselves to care for you, to care for our community. These are your champions of health.
Walking down State Street, you might have seen this powerful piece of art outside Community Pharmacy. It was done by UW Volleyball's Courtney Gorham and two of her friends, Daniel and Molly. Gorham's favorite part of her piece? The names surrounding the fists that commemorate victims of racial injustice. In total, the Remembrance mural took nearly 6 hours to complete, but it was well worth it for the Badger freshmen.
Just seeing all the beautiful art, I wanted to contribute to State Street as much as anybody else. And with the whole movement going on, we kind of just wanted to do something and contribute to our community too. So we kind of just found this board and we kind of just went and did it. I'm really proud of it, and I just really wanted to do something.
On November 3rd, 2020, otherwise known as Election Day, all will be quiet in the Badger sports world. In order to make it easier for UW athletes to have opportunity to vote, Barry Alvarez is asking coaches to forego athletics-related activities, saying, quote, "Our objective isn't to tell them who to vote for. We just want them to exercise their responsibility to have their voices heard and vote. I want to make that as easy as possible for them." A new era of Phoenix basketball is underway. On Thursday, Will Ryan was officially introduced as UW Green Bay's new head men's basketball coach. And after 13 years of coaching outside of his home state, to be back home is a pretty special feeling for the former UW Platteville Pioneer.
Just coming home and the calls, the texts, I can't keep up. It might take until November by the time I can get back to everybody. So that has been just very special to me.
And former Janesville Craig standout Jack Blomgren was taken in the 5th round of the MLB draft late last night by the Colorado Rockies. In 3 years at Michigan, he started every game he played and was 1 win away from winning the College World Series last season. We're back after this.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
It's here, Slumberland's huge clearance event. You do not want to miss this one. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items. Crazy low prices like sofas as low as $278. This gorgeous bed on closeout for only $148. Or this classic sectional for just $799. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. No contact, no minimum. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Menards has what you need to start and finish your home improvement projects. Plus, you'll save 11% on all of it. Menards also offers contactless pickup. Order and pay for your items online and have one of our team members load your order into your vehicle with zero contact. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Steinhoffels has over $3 million of overstock, clearance, and one-of-a-kinds at rock-bottom prices. Get amazing closeouts before they're gone, like these dining chairs, $89 each. This accent chair, $99. Nightstands, $199. Sofas starting at $299. Queen bed marked down to $329. Power recline sofa, $599. All of these great deals, plus an extra 10% off all clearance. Plus, save up to 85% on name-brand clearance mattresses. Shop now through Sunday at Steinhoffels.
You could call the celebrity lifestyle a bit excessive. But what do you call an SUV roomy enough for these good boys? And the ones in the back.
Rogan's Shoes retail stores are now open. When you visit Rogan's, we'll be practicing good social distancing for the protection of all customers and employees. If you would like to limit contact and have curbside pickup, just call your local store to set it up. If you prefer to shop online, Rogan's Shoes would like to remind you our website is open and we are still offering free shipping. Rogan's wants to help by providing you the best solution possible for your family. Selection, service, and savings. That's Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Good morning, class. Today's lesson is about shop and welcome. Do you know what day is coming up?
608 Day. You just go to madisonmagazine.com, click on 608 Day to find great deals from businesses we love in the 608. You know, like the area code.
Very good, Emmy. When does this take place?
The week of June 8th, 608. Madison Magazine makes it easy to shop local.
She's my star student.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
San Diego Comic-Con, with its massive crowds, is obviously a no-go this year, but organizers are trying to give people some of the fun with Comic-Con at home. The virtual event will include an online exhibit hall, gaming, a masquerade, even panels and presentations on comics, gaming, TV, film, and more, all for free. It'll run July 22nd to the 26th, the same dates the in-person event was scheduled to take place.
That's Charlotte Deleste Ursuline Academy, I think, what, class of 2010, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Yes, very good. I'm impressed.
Maybe off a year or two. Let's go to Gary. Final look at the weekend.
You're going to keep this up all night long.
It's part of the fun this weekend, Gary.
That's true. A couple of sprinkles out there, maybe over the eastern portion of Dane County. I doubt that's even reaching the ground because the air is very dry. Temperatures are in the 50s from Madison eastward to the west. They're still in the 60s as the cooler air continues to spread westward. Look for plenty of sunshine tomorrow. High temperature at 68 degrees. Sunday, a couple degrees warmer, up to 73, and then 78 on Monday with partly sunny skies. Mid-80s Tuesday, upper 80s, close to 90 on Wednesday. Thunderstorm chance Thursday. Temperatures stay warm into next week, and it's more thunderstorm chances toward the end of the weekend.
All right, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. Have a great weekend.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.